Want what you want, then you want it. Can't hide what you can't mind when you want. Hey everybody, it's Joyful Jalen. I'm back and I'm here to talk about Gen V. Y'all, this show has been making the waves and we have to talk about it. Buckle in. I'm Jay and I got a lot to say. First off, y'all, I loved Marie. I loved her character. I loved the actress Jazz Sinclair. She led the show phenomenally. I was a little grossed out by her powers at first and I was looking at her and I was like, blood? Like, that's your power? And it came to be that she's one of the strongest soups, like, ever. You really think about her powers, if you really think about it, it's really OP. For my Avatar fans, it's like blood bending, right? But when we first saw her, it just felt like it was her blood that she could use, and because she was stabbing herself, and so I thought it was only her blood. But as the show goes on, you start to realize that she can control like everybody's blood. She can sense blood, so it's a really useful power. Yeah, her story was so sad. I think, looking at her family and how she accidentally killed her family, and she's just trying to make it in this college and get up out of her circumstances and maybe find her sister. So yeah, I was definitely rooting for Marie the whole time. I wanted her to win the entire time. But Jordan was really cool too. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was so confused about Jordan's powers because even when Jordan was fighting Luke, Golden Boy, it was like, okay, I understand that you can switch between genders, but are there different powers that come between the genders? And there are. It was confusing while I was watching because there were times where Jordan was throwing like light balls at people, and then there were times where it was like, okay, so if the female version of Jordan can throw light balls, what can the male version of Jordan do? Apparently it's like super strength and everything, but that just wasn't clear to me, so I was like confused about Jordan's powers. I loved Emma so much. I felt so bad for her, like finding out that her powers only activate when she vomits. It just was really sad, and seeing her bounce on, like people fetishizing her powers, and I felt so bad that she had to like, it felt like she was doing it for attention, which is real. Like a lot of us do stuff for attention. Some of us will be out here wilding for attention or just to feel like accepted. I felt bad that her mother was also like really exploited. So cool to find out that she had the powers to get big. So that was really cool. So I really empathized with Emma. I did not like her relationship with Sam. And we're going to talk about Sam. I did not like her relationship with Sam because it felt like she was about to get into something that she's not aware of. Like getting involved with someone with mental illness, that comes with a lot. And I'm like, Emma, I don't know if you're all right up there. So you getting together with him seems like a lot. Like I was scared like Sam would snap on her. I loved Kate. I loved Kate's abilities. I loved how she's able to like touch people and make them like do whatever she says. And so her powers, it was between her and Marie. Their powers are the powers it's like, oh yeah, this is the boys, because Marie had the exploding stuff going on, just making people explode with her blood powers. But Kate would like ask for the most violent, graphic things like eat your own hands and like that type of stuff. It's like was a reminder of like, oh, this is a spinoff of The Boys. Like they're going there. So I really loved her powers and I really felt bad for her because of what happened with her family. And it felt like her family didn't want anything to do with her, didn't touch her because of what happened with her brother. And I get that, like y'all, it's 2023. People are touch deprived, so I understand what Kate was feeling, and so I felt bad for her in that way. And even with her cheating on Luke, I felt like she was doing that because she just was trying to get whatever type of love from anywhere. That's how I felt about that. As far as a character, like I loved her powers and everything, but there were moments, especially towards the end, where she starts betraying everybody, where I was like, I do not like this girl. I did not like this girl. I did not like how she was, you know, making the calls like during the end when it's time to kill Dean Shetty. We're gonna talk about Dean Shetty. Marie is like begging her, like, let me heal her, let me help save her life. And Kate is like, no, I'm doing this for you. And I hate when people do that, because it's like, if you're doing it for me, let me do the thing that I wanna, you know. So that was all. How she started the whole school attack. That was not. I was really mad at Kate. I didn't understand what her goals were, like what she was trying to do. She just wanted to just wipe out all the humans right then and there. Like, her logic was really off. I also didn't like how she would bleed from her eyes. And guys, I see this in shows all the time. I see this in shows all the time. Like Stranger Things, like Elle will use her powers and she'll start bleeding from her nose, or they'll start bleeding from their eyes. I hate that, because it is so gross to me. And so every time someone like that, like a character like that, uses their powers, I'm like, are you okay? All right, guys, so let's talk about Andre. I am an actor. I don't know if anybody knows that. I auditioned to play Andre. And so before I start talking about Andre, just know it's all love. It's all love. I want to show Chance Perdomo some love. He did an amazing job. There are some things, I do have some critiques, all right? I'm not hating. If he ever sees this video, I'm sending him all up. I really liked Andre's powers. The whole, like, him and his father have the whole Magneto thing going on. But I felt like the show, like, that's an expensive power to, like, show. Like, I'm also sure, like, Marie's power with the CGI is, like, expensive. But I feel like Andre's was also expensive, because I feel like he wasn't using it that much. I think the CGI, like, limited, like, how much they use their powers. What do y'all think? I like the sensitivity that Andre has. Like, he is not someone who's afraid to show his emotions. And, you know, a lot of people, especially men, it's like, oh, you're not allowed to be. And he was a really sensitive guy, and I love that about Andre. All right, y'all. You can attack me in the comments all you want. I hated Sam's character. I hated Sam so much. And I don't know if it because his character felt forced. It felt like they were trying to make this, like, really strong guy who's unstoppable. Like, his logic was so off. And I guess, you know, he's mentally ill, so I guess that makes sense. But I did not like how Sam switched so quickly at the end. It's like, yeah, kill all humans. It was really uncomfortable for me to watch Sam kill those people and be like a huge lead of that. It was really hard to watch all of that murder. But I did love the moments where, like, he's like killing puppets, and, well, he wasn't killing puppets, he was killing people. But I loved those scenes. Those puppet scenes were one of the best parts of the show. Those puppet scenes were one of the best parts of the show. I really hated Dean Shetty, and I think that's a good job on the writer's part. Like, I did not like her. I hated how she was killing kids in the woods, and, you know, I started to understand why when they told us about the plane crash, and it started to make sense. But I wanted to see more of her family. I wanted to see more of how she became evil. And I think we didn't really get a chance to see that. I would have loved to see how she became evil, and I would have loved to see her with her actual family. And then I feel like that would have hit me in the feels more. I was so mad that they killed her off. I thought she was going to be like the big bad villain. Like, maybe she gets her own powers, or, you know, something like that. But I was I thought her death was really lackluster. I feel like there was so much more they could have done with her. I was also really confused about if she really loved Kate or not. Like, I guess she did and hated all the other Supes. That part just got kind of confusing. I loved all the cameos, y'all. I love seeing Ashley and Senator Newman, and just, like, those type of things are really cool to see, like, how the spinoff is connected. I hated the ending, y'all. I hated the ending. I hated when Homelander came out and called Marie an animal. That was, like, really triggering. And then he lasered her. I loved all the fighting sequence at the end, and, like, trying to save people, and Marie, like, turning out to be really powerful. I hated in the end how Sam and Kate were, like, spun to be the heroes of the situation, And then Marie, Jordan, Emma, and everybody, Andre is like sitting there in this hospital bed. And I felt so bad for them. I felt specifically bad for Marie because she's just trying to make it. There's no way Marie can come back from this. Like, she was just trying to get up out, she's just trying to get up out the hood. And I don't feel like there's a coming back from this. And to be fair, that helped like make it a part of the boys' story. Like, there's no happy ending. So it's like, oh yeah, this is the boys. Like, did you think you were going to get a happy ending? I would hate when the show got really political, and maybe because it's like such a political climate right now. But I hated when the show would talk about politics, because I'm like, it's politics everywhere right now. I just want to watch some superheroes blow stuff up. But I did love all the plot twists in the show. Like, when Golden Boy gets killed in the first episode, it's like, I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to be the lead of the show. And when even Brink is like, yeah, you're expelled. It's like, what? Like, we thought she was going to like become this, So I loved all the plot twists in the show. It made it really feel like something I've never seen before. Yo, I love this show. I give it an 8 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. It's like the best thing on television right now. It felt like it was its own separate show. Like, it didn't feel like it was riding on the coattails of the boys. Guys, hit me up in the comments if you want. I thought this was better than the boys. That's just how I feel. That's how I feel, y'all. I feel like it's more interesting to watch these college students with superpowers than it is to watch these like celebrities with superpowers. All right, y'all, that's my review of Gen V. Do you think The Boys is better than Gen V, or do you think Gen V is better than The Boys? Who's your favorite character? Yes, y'all, I'm back, but let me know what shows y'all want me to review. Let me know what else I should be doing on YouTube. I'm still kind of new, so let me know. All right, y'all, thank you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.